Hello, ladies. I am going to stop sharing my screen. There we go. Let me just turn this little YouTube thing off. Okay, how is everybody? So it's Sandy, your Mary Kay girl here, completely naked faced right now. I just took my eye makeup off so we can put it all back on together. Isn't this exciting? So welcome to this is our next series. I'm so excited to have all of you here with us. So say hello if you are here. Oops, let me get to the comments. I see lots of comments here already. So I have, perfect. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I see a lot of you on already. We'll give our friends another chance to get on if they're not here. So we're so excited to start this series. It's called Treat Yourself Like a Treasure. So I invited my friend Bernice to come on and introduce herself. Bernice is actually a newer consultant with Mary Kay, and I met her through doing a Facebook Live party. And I have the pleasure of working with her now. And I'm going to pull her up because I just wanted her to introduce herself. She's been doing her business for a couple of months now. And she actually joined us a lot for these sessions before she became a consultant. So I'm going to have her come on and just kind of share with you what she's found from her Mary Kay journey real quick. So, all right. Hello, Bernice.
Hi everyone. I'm so excited to be here. I just love being with Mary Kay. It's been a great journey of just a couple of months. And, I really fell in love with the products. The first spa session I went that Sandy had, and it was just so much fun. And I just love the products that I found myself joining before you knew it. And I've loved every minute of it. I love helping the ladies, pick out their skincare systems and their products, and just a little girl time. It's just so much fun. The spa sessions are just incredible. It's just a little time of pampering. And I don't think we spend enough time pampering ourselves and just taking care of ourselves. Too busy with, taking care of children and our careers, and, the world around us, husbands, and, and taking care of everybody else. And I think it's just wonderful to have this time with girls.
That is awesome. And we are so lucky to have you, Bernice. So thank you for joining us. All right, we're going to send Bernice off. Thank you so much, Bernice, for coming on and just sharing your quick story with us. We appreciate you. So, all right, we'll see you soon, Bernice.
Bye.
Okay, ladies. So we're about to get this party started. So I'm just going to make sure that everybody has all the samples that you need. But first, if you have all your makeup off, we need to take a selfie, of course, right? So I'm going to take a quick selfie here because we like to post our before and afters. And my friend Ryan is on vacation this week. I'm so excited for her. She's doing a much-deserved vacation with her mom and her daughter. They're doing a little girls trip. So we're going to let her know that we did this. So I'm going to take a quick selfie. So all of you, if you're just starting and you have no makeup on, remember, oops, we usually don't put our jewelry on for this one and we look kind of sad. So we want this to look a little more dramatic. So take your jewelry off, and we're not going to look like we're having a good time right now. We're going to look kind of like, sad. Okay, so makeup always makes us feel a little bit better. And woo, I just really can't believe that I come on here with absolutely not a stitch of makeup on. I never used to leave the house without makeup. Now I'm just out there. I'm just out there. Okay, so let's do a quick selfie. Remember, you're not happy, so we're going to look kind of like, okay. Okay. All right, so hopefully you guys take your before picture. You don't have to be so exaggerated, but we like to see the before and after. So we loved when you guys posted all your pictures. So let me just do a little checklist. So if you got your pink spa pampering swag bag, we are working on session number 1. Today is August 11th, and we are working on the session called #NoFilter. Okay, #NoFilter. So I'm just checking, make sure. I wanted to see there was no comments. Okay. Oh, hi, Susan. Susan's here, and Kay and Corey. Hi, Corey. Okay. So some of you may have gotten your lookbook already, and some of you may have not. But this will be your new lookbook that will be coming, and it has the fall product. And if you have your book, we were hoping that you would have it in time for tonight's session. So let me just tell you what page this is on in your book. It's actually on page 14 and 15. So this is the look we're doing. No filter required. Okay. this is the look we're doing. Now, the only thing that you don't have is the brow products because we couldn't get those to you. Then we don't have demos of that yet. So you should have your eyeshadows. So let's line them up. So you're going to take your samples. There's a lot of them in there. So we have, for the eyes, we have something called Crystalline. So line that up. You have Rose Gold. Okay. You have Hazelnut eye color. You have Espresso eye color. And then you have Candlelight and another Hazelnut, or you're going to still use the other same Hazelnut as we're doing a highlight and contour. And then your cheek color is Shy Blush. Okay, so just kind of organize those so you know what's what. Then we have a lip liner in medium nude. And then we have a eyeliner in deep brown. And then we have two lipsticks. Okay, so one is Rose Gold and one is, oops, sorry, Rosewood. And one is, what is the other one? I love this, Fancy Nancy. So we have a gloss and a lipstick. Then you should have a little baby mascara. Okay, now your little baby mascara, you're going to use this week and next week. This actually probably has enough in it for several days, but we're going to use that for both applications. And I do believe that's everything that you should have. And then, of course, your little applicators. Now, if you have a brush set, you do want to make sure that you use your brush set so that you can get a smoother, more blended application. Okay, so here we go. Now, you should have a clean face. You should have like your moisturizer on. So I just did a quick micellar water for those of you that have our micellar water. I love this for a quick wash of the face. It kind of hydrates at the same time too, but you can also use it for like a double cleansing. So I'm just going to put a little bit of our day cream on. So if you don't have your moisturizer on, make sure that you put your moisturizer on. Because let me tell you, if you put your foundation on without having your moisturizer on, your face is going to absorb your foundation like moisturizer. Because even if you have oily skin, what's going to happen is, I had a little too much moisturizer. A little goes a long way, right? Okay. So what happens if you don't put that on, if you don't put that moisturizer on, then it actually, your skin will try to absorb all the hydration it can from your foundation. Okay, so everyone should be hydrated. Now, the one thing that we didn't include in your packet, so if you already have this and you use it, that would be your face primer. Okay, so the whole idea behind the no filter required is that we want to look good without having to use filters in our pictures. So filters are great, right? But it's even better if you don't have to use a filter. So this, if you don't have this face primer, I highly recommend it. It's got SPF 15 in it. But what is the purpose of our primer? And those of you that don't have primer and you're going to be using your foundation, we included a CC cream. Okay, so you should have a CC cream black. It's a little black sample, one inch sample that you will have your CC cream in. So you want to cut that open and you're going to start applying your CC cream in a minute. So what I'm doing is I'm using this awesome, I love this brush. This is a foundation brush. It looks like a toothbrush. This has 250,000 bristles. Can you believe it? So there's a lot of bristles working there for you, giving you a lot of flawless coverage. So primer is a great thing to add for a flawless finish, so you don't need a filter, right? Okay, so this will help. It'll diminish and make fine lines look less visible. It will help if you have large pores. So it just really even tones your skin, and so that you have a nicer, more flawless finish with your foundation. So you all have CC cream. Now, we've talked to you before about using two foundations if you wanted to, and a powder. So I'm going to use our 3D line. I use our matte foundation. So this is our 3D matte foundation. I use Ivory Neutral 200. Now, if you've never taken our foundation quiz, listen, you need to go on your consultant's website without further ado, and there is a foundation quiz under games and quizzes. I think you first have to go to I think it's under tips and trends, and then there's something called games. So you're going to see that I'm going to, now look at how already this is taking away a lot of my redness. So you might have thought, oh God, Sandy, that's the total wrong color. Let me just tell you, when you're using a 3D foundation, it takes a minute to blend with your skin, okay? So don't panic. So if you take that little quiz on your consultant's website, it will tell you what your color option is, and then it gives you a couple other options too. So based on how you answer those questions, and then you can send the results to your consultant, and she can send you a couple samples, okay? So we do have little sample sizes of foundation if you want to try it first. CC cream's super easy. That's why we give that to you all the time, because it's really easy to match. You're just one of 5 colors, right? So you guys should be putting that CC cream on. If you want to layer it twice, I'd recommend that. So if you're going for like a flawless finish, like no filter required, you want to do a couple different layers. Okay, it's not going to feel heavy. It's not going to feel cakey, I promise. It'll just give you better. It'll give you, I was going to say more better. Sorry, teachers. It'll give you a little bit better coverage. Okay, now if you don't have eye primer, which a lot of you don't, but if you do have the full size eye primer, you're going to want to put eye primer on your eyes if you have it. But if you don't, you can take your foundation and put that right over your lids. Okay, that will act as a primer, and it will help your eyeshadow to stick better. Okay, now sometimes if my face, I use this matte one, but sometimes if it feels a little bit dry, I'll put a little CC cream over the top of it. Okay, I'm sorry about my lighting here. I can put on a different light for you guys if you're having trouble seeing, but hopefully you have your mirror in front of you and you're doing your own applying of your foundation. Okay, you guys are just saying hello. Perfect. Okay, so consultants who are watching, I hope that as you see questions that you can help me answer, because I know that Ryan usually covers a lot of questions. She's a master at doing like 20 things at one time. Not this girl. I can't do all that. Can't do all that. I'm trying, but okay. So now, hopefully you got a nice coverage. Now, if you find that after you get your foundation on, you still would like a little bit more coverage, you could use like a mineral powder over the top of that if you have oily skin, or you could use a different kind of foundation also, but you can also use concealer over the top of that. So I didn't know if you knew you can do concealer under or over your foundation. So blemish prone skin, just real quick, this is off topic, but blemish prone skin, if you have an active blemish, you should do concealer, foundation powder, and then concealer, foundation powder if you layer it 6 times. So anytime you have an active blemish, that actually needs a little bit of, I'm going to do one more thing with this foundation. That's why I put a little more on. That will actually help the blemish to be covered up more throughout the day because it breaks down in layers. So it sounds like a lot, but I promise it's not. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down on my neck a little bit, okay? Because we want to just make sure that you're blended good. Okay, so you can go behind your ear a little bit. So you don't need to stop like right here, girls. You can bring it down just a little bit. Now, most of us don't tan right here, right? So you could be out in the sun. You won't get tan there. So you want to make sure that you put a little bit of foundation there. Okay, so I'm going to go through and read your comments real quick. Okay, let's see. I think you're all okay. All right, so we're about to get into, now if you joined us last night, who joined us for the brow factor last night? We did brows. So I'm going to do my brows after we get into the eyes, because I know that you girls are going to have fun playing with your eye makeup. So just remember, I know lots of you that are on here are VIPs, and you use our skincare line, the Time Wise 3D, or you use Voluform, or maybe you use the Botanical line. So what's amazing about using an awesome skincare line like Mary Kay's is the better you take care of skin, the less cover up you need. Okay, So there's definitely a difference. I always tell women there's a difference between the natural look and the raw look. Okay, so we want you to look natural, but sometimes looking natural takes a little extra steps. So even if you're dashing out the door, you can still do, we were talking because I know a lot of teachers have to be to school really early, but how many of you know and agree with me that when you have your makeup on, you just feel better? You don't run away from people when you see them. So a really quick dash out the door for you teachers is your CC cream that you just put on really fast, and then just a little bit of mascara and lip gloss and a little bit of maybe bronzer or a liquid eyeshadow. Super goes a long way, and it just makes you look like awake and just enhances your features. Doesn't make it look like a lot, and it literally takes a minute, like a hot minute. Okay, so I always tell people maybe just take your CC cream, your lip gloss, and your either your liquid eyeshadow and your mascara, and just leave it in a little bag and take it with you. And when you go into the bathroom at work, just throw it on. Makes you feel so much better. Okay, are we ready for this? So I'm going to start by actually putting some of this on. This is our, let me just find the right brush. So many brushes. While I'm talking about brushes, many of you have the brush collection, but we do have this amazing little organizer. Isn't it awesome? I'm so happy about this because when we do lives, my brushes would be like all over the place and I would panic because I couldn't find the brush that I needed because they all look the same. And of course I wear glasses, so it's really hard to see. So if you have the eye primer, I love this because it makes the eye color much deeper. So you won't use as much powder eyeshadow if you have a base on like this. So that's why I told you, if you don't have eye primer, put your foundation on your lids. Some of you have never done that before, but that is definitely a great thing to do. Some people put concealer on their lids if they have really dark eyelids. But if you notice, this kind of actually brightened my eyelids also, so I like it a lot. So this is the eye primer. I will tell you it's an extra step, but it saves a whole lot of time when you're putting your shadow on and you want it to pop. It's nothing more annoying than putting your shadow on and it feathers and fades off, right? You got to keep putting more and more on. Okay, so girls, this is what we're going to do. Open up those eyeshadows that you have. So you're peeling all the little plastic off of them so you're ready to work. A lot of you are using this little tool. Totally fine. Now you're going to kind of maybe be overwhelmed or excited about all these brushes I will be using, because I actually have 4 different brushes that I'll be using while we're doing our eyeshadows. So the first one we're going to start with is pretty simple. It's called our base color and it's rose gold. So I want you guys to take your rose gold and we're going to apply that on our eyeball lid area. Okay, so, and if you're using this little applicator, you can like kind of press it in if you want to. So let me just get the rose gold on. I'm trying to find it in my little palette. I have this amazing palette here, so I'm trying to find the rose gold. Okay, so I'm going to dip into the rose gold with my big flat brush, and I'm going to just stipple this on here. Okay, now also when you have primer, it helps with fallout, falling on your face. So this is the easy step. We're just putting a little bit of rose gold right on the lid, up until the crease, like right where your eyeball, you can't feel it anymore. So depending on your eye shape, some of you have hooded lids, some of you have deep set eyes, but this rose gold is going in the same spot for all of us, no matter what shape your eye is. Okay, now if you want it to be a little deeper, you want to just take a little and put a pop of color right in the middle here. That's where you want to focus. So take your rose gold and make sure you have a pop of color right here. Okay. Got that one? That's the first one. Okay, we're shaping up good. Looks good already, right? We're getting there. Okay, the next one we're going to do is hazelnut. Hazelnut is an awesome color, and we're going to use a contour brush for this. This one is our longer, skinny one, or some of us have that little, the newer brush is a pointier one. So you're going to dip into your hazelnut now, and you're going to go right in the middle, just like a windshield wiper. And you'll feel that little hollow area. What we're doing is we're just creating a little bit of definition, okay? So dark pushes things in, light pulls it out. So we want to make your eye color. If you notice my eye color as we're doing it, makes your eye color pop out. We don't really want to focus on all the eyeshadow, which granted, it's great. It's kind of like being artistic, right? I think that's why I'm not a very good artist on paper, but with makeup, I love it. I actually hate doing my own makeup, but I love doing other people's makeup. So relaxing to me. I could do it like all day long. All right. So if you notice what I did, I went in the middle here, just up and down. Now you kind of want to go up to, don't get scared. Some of you are scared to go higher with it, especially if you have a wide area here. You want to go up to where you feel that little brow bone. Okay. You're right in this little hollow area. Okay. So do the other eye now. So you notice we're just creating this little hollow thing. And then if you want to pull it in a little bit on the edge for blending, we're going to blend at the end, of course, girls, right? Blending is key. Okay, so we got that. All right, that's your second colors. Easy peasy so far, right? Easy peasy. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is crystalline. This is our highlight color. So I'm going to take actually the same sponge tip applicator. If you guys are now, if you're using your sponge tip applicator, you might want to take the edge that doesn't have any dark on it, okay? And you're going to take your crystalline. Now, crystalline gives you a real big pop of color, so don't do too much. We just want to go underneath this brow, okay? Not too much or you'll look like your eyes are glowing. So just underneath the brow, like we talked last night, just to make the brow pop a little bit. And we're going to blend after. I'm going to leave mine a little bit dramatic for now, just so you can see it. But you can see you wouldn't want to just do that, right? No, you have to keep blending. So if you don't have this amazing blending brush, this is a great brush to have because this will smooth out everything so you don't look like you have three colors on, right? We're just blending them all together. Mostly, oops, I'm backwards. Mostly blend towards your nose because we don't want it to go out past our brow, which I didn't do my brows yet. I'm going to do them in a minute. Now, for a little extra, now remember, we're not going for dramatic look. We're just going for no filter, okay? So no filter means we're trying to make ourselves look like we're filtered without being filtered, okay? So now for a little extra pop of color, you're going to dig into that espresso now. Now, some of you might be super scared of espresso. So what you're going to do is take, if you're using the sponge tip applicator, take the tip, okay? You're going to take the tip and work with it. I'll use that so that you guys can see what you're doing if you're using the tip, and then I'll show you with the brush. Any questions so far? Need the brush, makes it look smooth. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, thank you, Susan. Rose gold is a great color. Like everyone should have rose gold. No matter what color your eyes are, it really makes the color pop. I love it. Okay, so now we are going to take espresso. It's called the enhancing color. And I know it looks really dark, and it is. So we have to be careful where we put this. Like, look how little I have on there. Like, less is best. You don't need a lot. So all you're going to do is take the tip of that and kind of pretend like you're going along your lash line. Well, I'm not pretending. I really am. So we're just going across there, okay? Now, if you want to go a little bit darker, you can, but start light because it's always, see how dark that is now? It's always easier to go darker than it is to go dark and lighten it, okay? So if you have that blending brush that I was talking about, then we're going to take that and blend it up and this way, okay? Now, when you have primer on, it really sticks on there and grabs that color pretty good. So if you were using a brush to do this, I would take, this is called our, I think it's called, let me just tell you. If you guys have the brush set, I know Corey has she has the brush set. We have a more pointed one. I'm just going to use this one because I like the angle on it. So I'm just going to go here and across. Okay, so you can see when you guys have the brush, it makes blending so much easier. Brushes are like magic. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the difference. So I'm just going to do this one so you can see how that all works. So remember, blend, blend, blend. Become a fanatic about blending. We don't want to see all of your colors. Okay, so we keep blending. Now, you can see the difference already. So you don't need to use this many colors if you don't want to. It's just if you want that extra pop of color. Okay, so I'm going to stop there because I don't want to waste too much time. You guys can work on that while you're working on those colors. I will do my brows and you can let me know how you're all doing in the chat. Okay, yes, Corey, you have all the brushes. I know Corey bought a brush set, so she has everything. That is good. And the brushes are labeled and they tell you what to use for what. So now we did our eyebrow clinic yesterday, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but if you watched, you'll know what I'm doing. I just want to make sure that you guys can see me. I'll keep this here. So I'm filling it in with, this is the defining pencil. Okay. And I'm going to come down and extend, because I shared yesterday that you want to go from the corner of your nose to the corner of your eye. And the older I get, I'm losing more and more hair on the end. So I want to make sure that I extend this. Now, this brow defining pencil is just like putting little hairs on. So if you have pieces of your brow that are like thin, or you're missing a couple spots, or you over tweezed, that's what this is for. Okay. And then we also talked about the brow. I have it here, the brow tint. So, oh, Corey, you have your brow stuff. You're gonna get to play with that. I know Corey usually waits till the next day to put her makeup on, so I don't know if she's just watching today or putting it on. But I'm going to now take the brow tint, and I'm going to go over my brows with the brow tint just to give them a little more pop. And it keeps my long brow hair in order, because my brow hair is a little bit long. Okay. So I'm not going to do both eyebrows. I'm just going to show you that. So you got a double lesson. Okay. See the difference. Okay. So you can see where we're going with this, right? You guys are going to be makeup pros by the time we're done. Okay. So now, all right, looks good, but it still looks a little bald or something, right? So we need some eyeliner to thicken up those lashes. I look like I don't have any lashes. So I'm going to start with a curler. Now, we do have these lash curlers, and I'm going to tell you, if you're a lash curler, like if your eyelashes are long but they're totally straight, you do want to curl. Okay. So I'm going to go through a quick curl of the lashes. So I'm going to get right in here. Okay. And I have them in there, and I'm going to crimp it, but I'm not going to just stop there. I'm going to walk it out a little and crimp it again and crimp it again and crimp it again. So you can see a slight difference already, right? So the difference is, you don't just do this, because you'll just have, a lot of people do that and then their lashes are just straight, right? We want them to be curved. So that's the trick with your curling of your lashes. So you're crimping them, but you're walking it out, doing a couple of different crimps in different spots. Okay. I won't do that one, just so that you guys can see the difference. So hopefully when we're done here, you'll see the difference. But when I do my after picture, I'm going to have to do just one side, because I only have one side. That's the way I want it to be. Okay. So now we're going to take your deep brown eyeliner. Now, if you've never used our eyeliner before, this is waterproof. Okay. This is how they actually come. And they do have, this is a little sharpener here. So if you like your eyeliner really pointy, you can sharpen it. I personally don't like mine really pointy. I like a thicker lash. Now, if you've ever seen our makeup artists, they talk about, I'm going to just kind of do this quick. They go under here. I'm not really on the waterline. I know that's gross, sorry. But if you just go, if you just go under there, I think I might have knocked a lash from my eye. So what we're going to do is just go under there. It's kind of right in between the lash. You don't have to do it that way. That's just something extra if your lashes are like blonde. Some people that have blonde eyelashes, it's really hard to get that close with your mascara. So you would be a good candidate for kind of just lifting this up and going underneath here. You're still on the lashes. You're not on the waterline. So one of the things you don't want to do is put your eyeliner on the waterline, like inside here. If you do it and you love it, that's perfectly fine. But I'm just going to tell you, from a makeup standpoint, what it does, it actually makes your eyes smaller. So if you're putting your eyeliner on all around the whole eye and on the inside, it's making it smaller, right? Because dark makes things smaller and light pulls it out. So what we want to do with eyeliner is just thicken the lash line. So what we're going to do is just little feathery strokes. So you're going to take that little sample that you have, there's enough for both eyes, and you're just going to do little feathery strokes. Okay. So if you want to extend it a little bit, you can. So I actually, when I start mine, I just go right in the middle here and I come out and then I'll go in. Okay. So we want to just do that. Now, if you want it to be like straighter or thicker, it's best to make it thicker as you come out this way and thinner as you come in towards your nose. Okay, so again, I'm just going to do one eye so you can see the difference. Now, if you like to have it all around the eye, you can bring this down a little bit, or you can also take your shadow and go underneath. So if you'd rather have that little, that espresso that we did, you can take a thick, oops, not a thick, a really thin brush like we talked about using this yesterday, this little thin one. This is part of the spoolie brush. You can dip this into one of your darker, or if you want to just do your hazelnut, you can go under there with hazelnut. So some people like to have a darker one out here and a lighter one inside. Your crystalline, if you take that, we also talked about this yesterday, you can take your applicator and dip back into your crystalline and put it right in the corner here. Wait do you see what that does? See that? So easy. The crystalline, not too much, just right in the corner here. So, and then we can make it come here a little bit. And then we're going to take that darker one. So I'm going to use the darker, the espresso under here. So you can either use the liner or you can use your espresso. Okay. All right. So hopefully everybody's good with that. Let me just check and make sure we don't have questions. I love the way you hold the pen. Oh, okay. Dawn, thank you for pointing that out. So the way I was holding my eyeliner, I forgot to tell you guys. A good thing to do is to rest your pinky here and you get a better grip on the eyeliner. Okay, it kind of gives you more control. So that was a great, thank you, Dawn, for pointing that out. So yeah, you want to pull that out this way. So you can rest your pinky there. Now I was teaching a class in person the one time and I told the girls to rest your pinky here, and I had a girl, I had a girl go like this. It has to be the same hand, okay? Same hand. Okay, now I just want you guys to see the difference in the way your eyes look with eyeliner and without. So it definitely makes a huge difference. It'll make your eyelashes look thicker. So that's the point of it. You can just wear mascara like this and you'll have a more natural look. But if you're looking to thicken your lashes and make them a little more dramatic, you'll want to use the eyeliner. So the purpose of your eyeliner is really to thicken your lash line so that now when we put our, I can't find the lid for that, I'll look later. So now when we put our mascara on, it's going to actually really make your lash line look a lot thicker, almost like you have fake eyelashes on, okay? So now you should have that little baby mascara. So let me just tell you, when you put this on, you want to take that out. You'll hear that pop sound, but please make sure you get off, like scrape it. You want to get off as much as you can with that. This is our ultimate mascara that we gave you. We have several in our wardrobe of mascaras, but I'm going to be using the Lash Love. This is what it looks like in person. And now hopefully you can hear this little sound. Hopefully, did everybody hear that? My mic is over here, so I hope you can hear it because it's important. Okay, that means that you don't have dried up mascara, okay? And I don't know if any of you know how often or how long you're supposed to keep a mascara or when you should get rid of it, but you definitely want to change it every 3 months, even if you only use it once a month, because it gets bacteria in there and then it's dark and moist and we know what happens, right? Okay, so now you're going to take your mascara brush and just kind of jiggle it back and forth at the base, like get in there. Like get in the bottom there, jiggle, and go up, okay? So this is a key with this mascara, the ultimate that we gave you guys for a demo. This one is actually thickening and lengthening. I'm going to grab my mirror here because it's hard to do it backwards. Okay. So this is a thickening and lengthening mascara. Okay, so you are getting a dual job with this. This is the fast one. I love the ultimate because it's fast. So it thickens and lengthens. I think I get quicker results with this. Now we have many, many, many other kinds, but whatever is your preference. And you can layer them. Like you can actually take, I see a lot of comments. You can actually take, and put waterproof over any of our mascara. Oh, look, I have a, that's bad. Ultimate and lengthening. Okay. Oh, thank you, Justine. You're so funny. That's because I've been doing it for, oh God, like 3 decades. I thank you for that though. Okay, so this mascara is the ultimate, as I said, and I was saying you can take waterproof and put a layer of waterproof over this if you wanted to. We do have a super waterproof one though. The waterproof one actually is our Lash Love Lengthening. So it has the rubber tip brush. So this one is more like a pipe cleaner brush. And the Lash Love Lengthening is actually something that has like the tip is different. So the applicator is rubber and it has like little grippers, so it separates all of your lashes. So we're going to let that dry and then you can do like another coat. So while that's drying, let's go to our cheeks. So this could be a little tricky for some of you. We're going to do highlight and contour. Now you don't have the actual highlight and contour colors. We don't have samples of those for some reason, but you may have or may not have a Candlelight and a Hazelnut that we're going to use for your highlight and contour. Okay, so you want to grab those and you're going to take your cotton ball now. Unless you have the brush set and you have this amazing brush applicator. This is awesome. So our brush applicator has this little divot in it. So you're actually, when you're contouring, you put your thumb in there and you can push this so that it stays where it's supposed to be. You don't want contour all over the place, right? So we want to keep it just right here, right under your cheekbone. So feel where your cheekbone is. You're going under your cheekbone, okay? Because you're trying to make that stand out. So if you're going to try contouring today, we're not doing a whole lot of contouring, just a little bit to lift your cheeks, give you a little more definition. So go into your hazelnut, take a little bit. I have actually, this is the real contour color. This one's called Latte. So that would be the one that you would actually use. Now, if you're looking for a simple contour, okay, just, it doesn't have to go all the way down your face. Just like about a 1-inch area, right below your cheekbone. Jiggle it back and forth. I got the brush squeezed so that it's staying in one area. So if you look now, you can see it just kind of highlights your face a little bit more. Makes the cheek stand out. Okay, so the other thing is if you're taking this and say you want to, I don't know, when you contour, you want to push things in, and when you're highlighting, you're pulling things out. So my forehead, because I don't have bangs, my forehead kind of sticks out a lot, and I don't want this to be so big. So I will take my contour here and go just like that in circular motions along my forehead. So you'll kind of see that it kind of makes that it's not so big. Okay, so hopefully that helps some of you with how highlighting and contouring goes. You can't follow one set thing of highlight and contouring because everybody's face is different. Some people have a square shaped face, some people have a round, some people have ovals, some people have a heart shape, some people have pear shapes. So the same type of contouring can't possibly good for everybody. So if you really just want a basic contour to make your cheekbones stand out more, this is it. Now I'm going to blend it all in a second. Don't panic, but I just wanted to be a little bit dramatic so you could see how it is. So what we do is then we push it upwards. Okay, we don't want to come down anymore. So now we're going to take our highlighter, which is for you today is the Candlelight. Now, if you were using the real one, it's called Honey Glaze. So I'm going to be putting that on now. And we have this awesome, actually, brush cleaner too for your brushes when you're switching colors around. So I'm going to highlight right on top of my cheekbone. Okay, so you can see it kind of just gives you like a little glow. Okay, now where else would we put highlighter? You might want to put some in the middle here. You might want to put it on the tip of the nose. If your nose is already big, don't highlight it, right? No, don't do that. You don't want to do that. You would want to contour your nose if it's big and you're trying to hide it, okay? So we're just going to go on top of the cheekbone just for our no filter look. And then we're going to take the Shy Blush, okay? Now that's going to go right in between those two, and then we're going to blend, blend, blend. You guys don't have the brush, but you do have the sponge or the cotton ball. So I'm going to show you what to do with that in a minute. So we're going to put this on the center of the brush. Now, remember, I taught you that trick before. If you remember, if you want your cheeks to be like the focus of your face, you're going to smile, put the brush here, and then go back. Okay. If you are trying to like really make your cheekbones pop, you're going to start back here and come forward. So the darkest color is back there. Cheek color, not as forgiving as eye color, you guys. Once it's there, it's there. Like, I don't know if you noticed, it don't need a primer. It just stays. I don't know why. And if you saw how little I use, like you guys probably have more than enough on your little sample there. Okay, so I went right in the middle there with it. And so I started back here and came forward. You don't want to come any more than 2 fingers in from your nose, no lower than your nose. Like your cheek color should be on the cheek. Okay. Now, if you wanted a little pop of color, like I said, if you wanted to make it look like you're a blushing, like you're just happy and jolly, you can put it here and go that way. Okay. Everybody got that? Okay. Let me see if there's any questions. So now what we're going to do is blend those 3 things. Do we have any more questions? I don't think we do. Okay. So now I'm going to, again, start from the bottom and go up just to make sure we're all blended, because we don't want people to see that we had 3 things going on there, right? No, we just want to have one. Okay. I didn't plan on just doing one side of my face, but I'm trying to save time and answer your questions and make sure no one's texting me. Okay. All right. Everybody good? Okay, it makes a big difference, huh? I think I need to catch up my other eye because I feel like I'm so crooked. So that's your cheek color. You're highlighting, your contouring. Now we're going to finish with our lips. So if you notice, what I did was I kind of started with the eyes and came down. You might have a different habit. Maybe you do your lips and go up, or maybe you start with your cheeks and then you do your eyes and then your lips. Usually what happens is the first thing you do is going to be the most dramatic on your face. So if you really want bold lips, then go ahead and do your lips first, and then maybe have a soft eye like that. A soft eye with a bold lip is amazing. Or maybe you want your cheeks to be the focus. Like maybe you're just like, oh, I just really want to show off my cheeks today. So do your cheeks first and then go on and do your eyes or your lips, because you'll notice that whatever you do first is the most dramatic. I personally love eyes. I'm all about eyes. Eyes are the window to your soul. So I want to make sure that your eyes are popping, right? We want popping eyes. Okay, do we have questions? Oh, great, Cheryl. Yay. Cheryl said makeup makes a big difference. Love this stuff. It is so fun, you guys. I'm telling you, so fun to play with makeup. You can have 9 million different combinations of the way you do your makeup. So we're just barely skimming the surface of things you can do. So we have this look, and then next week we're doing another one that's going to be really cool. It's called Artistic Eyes. Can't wait to see that on you guys. You guys will love that one. Okay, so now we're going to get to our lips. Now, if you did not put your foundation over your lips, I want you to do that now. So if you have a little CC cream, you can do that. So I'm going to take a little bit of my foundation and put that on my lips. It kind of acts like, now hopefully you have, not chapped lips right now. If you had chapped lips, I would have recommended that you do some satin lips prior, because you want your lips to be smooth. If they're all dry and cracked, your lipstick isn't going to look so good. All right. We did hear from our makeup artist a great way to make your lipstick kind of stay longer. If you're looking for long wearing lipstick, believe me, we've come out with long wearing lipstick and it's not pretty. Like that stain stuff. What happens is that comes on and then like it starts to wear off and it just looks not good. So if you use it, I hope I'm not offending you, but it's so drying. You cannot deny that it's drying, okay? So an alternative to that is to use we have 3 kinds of lipsticks. So we have our True Dimensions, which is very moisturizing, okay? Then we have our semi-matte, which is very matte, and then we have our semi-shine, which is kind of in the middle of both of those. So if you were to put your lip liner on, so you're going to take your lip liner. So if you really wanted your lipstick to last all day long, so here's your little lip liner. It's a medium nude color. That should be a good one for everyone. Again, I'm going to use my full size one, and that too has a little sharpener on it. So we're going to take this, and what I love about this, so how do you do your lip liner? The girls all laugh at me because I can do this without my mirror. So I can do this backwards. But the good thing is a good thing to help you is start up here. Do you know how hard it is to talk and put this on though? Okay, so put this here. We're going to do a little X, okay? So you're taking this and doing an X down. Don't just stop. And then you're coming here and you're making an X, okay? So you're not just doing this little peak and leaving the peak there. You want it to be an X here. Does that make sense? And then come down and do this little U. Now, the reason I had you put foundation on first is it kind of faded your own natural lip color. So if you're looking to get the actual more color of the lipstick, you have to balance your pH and kind of cover it up. So if we all were to see each other with this lipstick on tomorrow without first doing foundation over our lips, you'll see a bigger difference in the color, but everyone's is going to look different. Everybody's lipstick color will look different based on your pH levels. So your pH levels totally change the color of lipsticks, just so you know. So if you see someone with a great lipstick and you're like, girl, what color is that? I need to have it. And then you buy it and it looks totally not like hers, that's why. Okay? Because of your pH levels, it changes your lip color and the lipstick. So now we're just going to do feathery strokes down. Feathery strokes down. Now we're going to come in. Now, if you have small lips and you want to make them bigger, like my top lip is a little smaller, so I sometimes want it to be a little bigger, you can go just outside of your natural lip line because you've covered it up with your foundation or concealer. Okay, you can do concealer would be better if you're trying to go outside of your natural lip or inside of it. So some people, I meet a lot of women, they have like either a bigger bottom lip and a smaller top lip. So you're trying to balance them out. Not that there's anything wrong with having that shaped lips. You should just go with it and love it. But if you really want them to try to be close to perfect, you can go outside of that and inside of the bottom. Okay. So now we're going to take the color that our makeup artist picked for you was rosewood. Okay, so you guys have a little sample. So now we're going to fill in our lips with the rosewood. I have my stick. Now listen, I always want to tell you, it's what I just did. You should really use a lip brush. Like you guys using this little doe foot applicator is awesome because you'll use way less lipstick than using it from the tube. This is like painting a door frame with a roller. Like you get way too much lipstick on. So if you do that, so now what our makeup artist taught us is to blot it with a tissue till it's almost gone, then put another layer, blot it off, then another layer, blot it off. And what happens is you'll find that it stains your lip. Okay, that's a great lipstick tip. If your lipstick wears off on you and you don't want to wear that all day long stay 24-hour lipstick, you can try that. So put your lipstick on, blot it with a tissue, put more on, blot it with a tissue, and your lips will actually be stained from the lipstick. Okay, so that is a super great tip. I like the medium nude liner. Oh, I know. I love our medium nude. I love light nude too, but sometimes it's just a little bit too light. Okay, so now we're going to finish off with some Fancy Nancy. So now you're going to dip into your Fancy Nancy. I have the actual lipstick here. And actually, I have to share with you my newest favorite color is Sheer Illusion. So you guys have Fancy Nancy. They all are one of our higher shine, like shimmery lip glosses, which is what we want for this look, okay? Now, don't put it all over your lips, okay? You're just going to take it and put it right in the center, here and here. Just barely kiss it. Okay, and just feather it out just a little, okay? Because we don't want our whole lips to be shining in a look on when you're taking pictures, right? You want it to be just in the center. So that gives your lips kind of definition. It doesn't make your whole lip shine. And then just kind of rub them together a little bit. And there you have your lipstick. Now, if you really wanted to finish this off, oh, Alex, me and Alex have the same favorite lipstick. I love Alex. Okay. All right. So we are going to see if anyone has any questions. I'll make sure that I covered everything that we had to do tonight. Okay, so just let me know if you have a question in the chat. I have a minute to answer if you have any questions. Don't forget to take your selfie. I'm just putting my brushes away because I'm trying to find something. So take a selfie and post it. Like we like you to do your before and after picture. So I don't know if you've ever made a collage on your phone. But if you take your before picture and then you take your after picture, you can like on your phone, you can select both of them and then go to other at the bottom of your phone, and it says create collage, and you can put it in one. That way we can post just that, or you can just post that in the group and you'll have both there instead of having to post 2 pictures. So it's kind of fun. And those of you that are beauty consultants, you should always be doing that before and after picture and comparing them and make a collage out of it. So you're going to take the before and the after and make a collage with your phone. So some of you know how to do that. Some of us aren't so fast with our phones and we don't get it. So now we can put our earrings back in because we want to take our after picture. And before I do my after picture, I do need to finish the other side of my face, but you can clearly see the difference, right? Okay, so hopefully you guys learned some tricks tonight, or some new additions to what you already knew about makeup. So I love doing this so much with you guys. I love that you all tune in for this. Hopefully, let's see. I would love to see all of your consultants and guests. Would love to see your collages in our group. So I know that it always makes everybody's spirits brighter. Just remember, it washes off. Now, girls, you do have to wash your face tonight. Sorry to tell you, we just did all this work. That's why Ryan and I are like, we need to do this sometime when they're going to wear this all day. So, but just take a picture and post it, get people's comments. It's a great thing. People always want to give their feedback. So you could do like a quick little post and say, what do you think of my new Mary Kay look? Just whatever you want to do. Like, and then of course, hashtag MK on there, because wait, what is the actual hashtag? Maybe Kay knows. I think it's hashtag my MK life or something like that. But definitely share it with your consultants. Share it with us. Did I put both my earrings in? Yes. Okay. All right. Let me just see if there's any questions. So we'll see you next week, same time, same channel. And we will be doing next week's look is the erotic eyes. Wait, I think it's erotic or exotic. Oh, I don't remember the name of it. It's one of those things. Crazy eyes. Artistic eyes. Not erotic. It's artistic eyes. So hopefully you all got your lookbook. So I had a great evening with you girls. Have a super night. Thank you for playing with your makeup. I'm so... Oh, Kay, thank you. Yes, it's hashtag my MK life. We would love to see those. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Have an awesome week, and we'll see you next week for Artistic Eyes. If you want to have friends join us, definitely let us know. We can get them out of Beauty Pack to join you. You can have a girls' night, your wind down Wednesday night. Okay? All right. Bye.